Yes, Tobole.
Thank you, Ayub. I want you to allow me to paint a picture in a few seconds of the state, how the state of the extent of insecurity in these areas affected, and in Baringo in particular. We are in a situation where people who used to own huge herds of cattle are now poor and miserable. They have nothing. And Makiu, in the Baringo North, the lowland parts, the Bartabwa, Barwesa ward, Saimosoi, and Baringo South, Mochongoi ward, and the Ilchamus ward, the main economic activity is livestock keeping, where people would sell their goats and their children go to school. Sell your cow and your child goes to school. And when they even call a fundraiser to finance students jointly who need to go to school, you just bring your goat, your cow, your sheep, and that's done. As we speak, those communities are miserably poor. They do not own any livestock. That is for one. And two, they are homeless. They are now IDPs. They are displaced. They cannot live in their land. Now, and this is way into independence in Kenya. Now, like he said, Brigadier said, there is a phrase in Kiswahili, amani haiji ila kwa ncha ya upanga. Let me tell you, Abdikadir, there is no negotiation that the government can do with the bandits. In fact, when we have activities, peace-building activities like sports, peace meetings, like churches, prayer meetings, and so on, the real target, the bandits, are in the bushes. They don't own mobile phones. They don't watch even this show. So they are not aware of your meetings between Pokots and Tugans by elders to restore peace. They are in the bush. In fact, there's a day there was a tournament in Kinyach, in Baringo, in Barwesa ward, and an attack happens just in the neighborhood because they are not aware of those peacekeeping meetings.
Very important point. How then can they be reached?
They can be reached by the gun. Let me tell you that. The government, by there is no operation that...
hideouts are not.
Yeah, there is no operation that has ever taken place in these places. In Baringo, there is no operation. Someone talked about the government being reactive. And I want to say, the government should stop being reactive and instead be proactive. They should run a thorough operation. They map the areas, let the KDF, the GSU, the AP, and all the security agencies map the place first, because the bandits know the place more than the security agencies. Let them map. This one needs a strategy. They map the place. After mapping the place, they organize their command structure, and now they begin an operation like that of the Sabaot Land Defense Forces. I think you talked about 90s. It was actually 2003 there when President Kibaki had just taken over. And the Munkikis, remember, they were terrorizing people all over. The government stopped them. The MRC, among others. Let a thorough operation be done. You know, the bandits have dared the government enough.
Okay.
They have dared. They have shown the government. So what can you do? Just so that I can end this.
Yeah.
Remember, even when a teacher at Kagir, whom you talked about, a blind teacher who was shot, a head teacher who was remaining at the periphery, at the border. He was the one trying to educate children bordering Tiati and Baringo. He was killed, and burying him was a problem. Bandits shot at people who were digging the grave. They said, you will not bury him. They dared the government. A contingent of police officers escorted the hearse and the body to the burial. Even our political leaders had to fly via a chopper. And after the funeral, people could not go home. They stopped them. They had to change the route. That is the extent of the courage and the daring that the bandits have had against the government.
Yes.
So, an operation, a thorough operation must be done, shoot to kill, merciless operation. Even if there are politicians call press conference.
Well, I have to intervene there. And,